Hey everyone, I am excited about introducing our film for Module 2, 1960s classic horror film Psycho, directed by a master filmmaker, Alfred Hitchcock, who's made many great films, Vertigo, Rear Window. We saw a clip in this module of his 1946 film Notorious. Hitchcock was a master at mixing humor, dark humor, with horror, suspense, really pushing buttons for audiences. And this is one of the reasons this film was chosen by me, because it works really well with the Hollywood in Transition PowerPoint and article that we discussed. He pushed a lot of buttons in this film in terms of how violence is portrayed, sexuality is done, which we didn't see in earlier times in filmmaking. Even though the code is kind of still here at this time, there's some things they can do and some things they can't do. He really pushes a lot of buttons. Psycho is actually breakthrough in film history for its eclectic use of editing, music, score, fine acting to really create suspense and horror. And it's really the first slasher film. If you watch films that came out in the future, Halloween, Friday the 13th, films about murderers killing people, this is one of the first films to do that, and it really shocked audiences when it came out. So in short, Psycho is a story about a woman played by Janet Leigh. She was a really big star at the time. Actually, trivia point, her daughter is Jamie Lee Curtis, who recently won an Oscar for Everything Everywhere at Once. Everything Everywhere All at Once, I'll correct myself, and also made some horror films herself, such as the Halloween films. Janet Leigh stars as a woman, Marion, who commits a little crime at her office and has to kind of run away from it, and kind of goes out into the country and stays at a hotel and gets involved in murder and madness and all this horror. And there at this hotel, she meets a man named Norman Bates, well played by Anthony Perkins, probably one of the great performances of all time. He's a mousy, neurotic, mama's boy type. And they meet, and all of a sudden, this stuff happens that becomes violent. I don't want to give away too many plot points. But what this movie does is it takes a character that looks like the lead and then does something to her early in the film that hadn't been done before in a film. I'll let you decide when you watch that. We'll talk about it more in the discussion. And what really is important to watch in this film is that there is a lot of sexuality. The film actually begins with two characters who are in a hotel room. They probably just had sex. This is something that really hadn't been done a lot prior to this. Then he pushes the buttons, Hitchcock, of how violence is done. There's a famous shower scene in this movie that really scared audiences at the time. And we're so used to films now where you really see the blood spurt and the gore. This movie uses sound effects and really exciting visuals and a lot of editing to implicate scares and dread rather than show you anything. Really what's happening in this movie is what goes on in your mind rather than what's being seen. Again, this is all breakthrough for the time, and that's one of the reasons I picked this. Also, the fine performances of Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates, Janet Leigh as Marion. This is just a great film to really add to your collection of classics, and that really works well with our article about Hollywood in Transition. So I look forward to your discussions in this week's module, and enjoy Psycho.